Hey, so this is the Part-Time Players Podcast, episode 28. This is the Casual Gaming Podcast. We're two pals. Well, I suppose it's not two pals anymore. It's four pals. Discuss the week's video game news. As you're probably unaware, we've actually been joined by two guests or two new additions to the podcast. Obviously, I'm joined by Bradley S, as he'll be known now, and also now Bradley M and Ash, who's Brad's brother, Bradley S's brother. It's going to get so confusing. I'm confused.
It's going to be really confusing.
Yeah, I'm confused just by saying that. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Brad S?
Yeah, good. Yeah, this is Ash. I'm Bradley's brother, Bradley S's brother. I'm the one who actually plays games. So we'll be able to get a little insight into I complete them.
Yeah. Finally, a Sealy that actually knows something about gaming. It's about time.
Oh, okay, yeah, but he only has one platinum, so.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
what is the platinum?
We're getting to some of those platinums Brad's got.
Okay.
I think I'll find all the platinums I got on PlayStation. I earned. I know what you're going to bring up.
Call of Duty 4.
That was on the 360. So.
Oh, okay.
Bradley.
Already, it's already started.
It's already started. I know.
Yeah, this is.
We also got Brad M. How are we doing today, Brad?
Hello, good, thank you. Yeah, it's great to be on the show. Thank you. I'm a little bit starstruck seeing Reece and Brad in the flesh here. It's unbelievable. After the Bug Snacks episode, I thought this is something I need to be a part of. Great to be here today.
I still say it's a good game.
I've
not played it.
You're the only one in the world who's played it. So
the thing is, that week we both agreed. Me and Reece both agreed. We both played Bug Snacks. We both talk about it, and then Reece just kind of didn't bother. So he knew the backlash, and he was like, "I'm out. I'm not gonna have any part of this."
I don't know what happened that week. I don't know if it was Assassin's Creed or Destiny. It was one of the two, maybe both.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And I also wanted to get the plat for Miles. So I was kind of juggling things because I obviously wanted to wait or get everything done before Cyberpunk because I knew it would be the game to end all games, which is kind of half true for the wrong reasons. Not for the reasons we thought. So
this is our festive episode. Hopefully you would have heard the sleigh bells at the beginning there. Just to show that it is a festive episode. Brad and Ash are gonna be. So I don't know. Some weeks will they be all of us will be on. Some weeks it'll be Ash. Some weeks Brad. Some weeks it might just be me and Reece still or whatever. Yeah, but you're gonna be hearing them and we're not seeing them because unless we release video next year. I don't know. But yeah, they'll be here. They'll be knocking about.
Yeah, we're open to new ideas, like we said last week, about expanding the podcast and trying to improve it in many ways. So yeah, this is one of the things that we're trying to do. So yeah, see how it goes. We'll kind of kick off the podcast with maybe introducing the two new guys. I guess we can start with Ash. So kind of what kind of games are you into? Have you got a game of the year for this year and what games you don't like and stuff?
I'm pretty much play anything really. Game of the year, I'd have to say
Bug Snacks.
Yeah, Bug Snacks. I'm with Brad on this. It's Bug Snacks. No, I've not even played it. Like anybody else. Game of the year probably have to be Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay,
really enjoyed that. I know it had little things that people weren't all that keen on, but I played it and I platinumed it, and I really enjoyed it. The artwork and everything. When it comes to games, I'm pretty open to anything. I'm not massively into competitive gaming. I've got a bit too much for competitive streak, and I like my controllers to stay intact.
Wise man.
I don't tend to play that. Yeah. That's
okay,
me.
Cool. Yeah, Brad M.
Ooh, yeah. So I am into a lot of games, but I guess more recently I'm kind of one of those sort of pick up and play people. So I play FIFA, I play Destiny 2 a lot with Reece here. My game of the year, I did. This is already early controversy. I'm probably going to have to say The Last of Us 2.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I'm leaving.
Brad,
it's only officially the game of the year, but it's a controversial point.
It was great to be a part of this podcast, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks, mate. Thanks very much.
Do you know what? To be honest, I haven't played that many games because I've been no lifing Destiny for most of the year. And I think one of the games I did pick up and really invest my time into was The Last of Us. And I see its criticisms, and I think, we'll talk about this in more detail in another show if need be. Kind of we've sailed that boat. It's been out over a year now, but I did pick that up fairly recently, and that stuck in my memory as being quite an enjoyable experience. So I guess I'd put that down.
Cool.
It's a good, they're good choices there. And like I said a couple of episodes ago, it weren't for me. I can see why people do like it, but yeah, it's just. But like we say, people might have thought it's just going to even it up, because I obviously didn't like it. Reece did, and then we've got 2 new people. But again, now Brad does like it, and Ash don't. So it's still the same, still 50-50. Yeah, it's the podcast. So it's
dynamics.
We are divided on it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a good way to segue, into Cyberpunk. Obviously, me and Brad have spoke about our thoughts on the game. Have you both played it at all? And what's your thoughts or your personal experience with the game so far?
Playing it is a very loose term for what I experienced.
Sure.
I did get it on day release and finished work, downloaded it, got to about 10 o'clock, couldn't wait to play it. Played it, it crashed. I thought that's fair enough. Then I played it a bit more and then it crashed. And then I haven't really put it back in the console since.
What are you trying to play it on?
Yeah, I was trying to. I'm not the best console, so I was trying to play it on PlayStation 4 because I haven't been able to get hold of a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not designed for that game console. And I know you get a lot of people saying that is last gen. Which I agree. But it was released for that console, so really it should be able to perform on it.
The thing is, as well,
but yeah, it wasn't able to.
It was announced back in 2012 when the PS4 was the next gen console. You know what I mean? If this
Current
kind of PS3 was the current. Yeah, PS4 was going to be the next, and they just kind of released it, and it's not playable. It's kind of
I totally agree with that. And I've played it a little bit more this week, especially, yesterday, in fact, after they released the hotfix. I think it was 1.05, which the game looks loads better on PS5 after that fix. I don't know if you've had a chance to download it, Brad S, because obviously you ain't got no broadband. But
I don't have any internet, no, so I can't do it, yeah. So,
which comes with its own problems, by the way, which we'll go into a little bit later. But I can really tell it's from 2012, or it reminds me a little bit of Fallout. Though when everybody was saying Fallout's taken so long to develop, it almost seems a bit dated.
Yeah.
And
100%.
that's how I feel about the game now. I'm playing it a little bit more. I'm kind of like, okay, it's kind of like Fallout, a bit like more of a Bethesda game than a CD Projekt Red game. I'm just, even when they fix all the patches, I still don't think it's going to be the game that we all thought it was going to be. It's a good game, but I just don't think it's going to be the 11 out of 10 that we thought it was going to be. I think it's more closer to the 9 out of 10, what kind of got reviewed on PC.
I completely agree. I think, again, it's the thing, you have to you should temper your expectations, but we all got on board the hype train, and then, you build it up so much, it could be a bit hard to live up to your expectations. Sure. But I've been playing it again as well. I've been playing it this week, and I've been playing on the PS5, and it's crashed every time I play it. Like, it's regular as clockwork. It will crash. It will just, something's happened with the game, or it just comes up. Something's happened with the game or app, and then you just have to restart it. It's just annoying, and it's playable on the PS5, but it's not problem free. Yeah, sure. So. I don't know if you're because you hadn't been experiencing crashes, have you? When we spoke about it last week,
I still haven't had one crash.
Still had one crash. So and I thought maybe is it mine, but then I looked on and what is happening to other people's PS5s as well. That they say is regular. You can kind of guarantee there's going to be a crash. It's usually if I'm transitioning into like a populated area, it'll just freeze.
That's when I got mine. When as soon as I stepped out of your apartments into the busy street, mine crashed straight away. Okay. And it's really frustrating because I can tell it's a good game and it's just sitting there and I really want to play it.
Sure.
But I just can't. I can't play it because then I started trying to play it again, and the frame rate dropped to around about 10, and it's
unplayable.
It's just too much. Yeah,
it's just it really was just like a laggy mess. Just
Wow, incredible. Yeah, Brad.
Did any of you see the image the IGN guys used for the review? It's hilarious, like a really pixelated.
The kind of like a blur, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess that sums it up. Yeah. No, my experience, I haven't had any crashes either personally, but I find myself, I'm really jumping on that bandwagon, which is justified, and I'm hearing all the anger in the out there for the game, and how disappointed everyone is that it's not performing to expectations, and every little thing that happens now, like whether what's his name, Jackie, you know, he was eating some chopsticks at a little, some sushi or something, and his chopsticks were like teleporting through his face, and it's just like, oh, that's annoying me, that's broken, and you know, teleporting through lifts, and you know, these little things. It's like, just generally speaking, a AAA hyped release like this, you're expecting it to blow you away visually, and it hasn't. It hasn't met expectations. It doesn't look as amazing as we all would expect. And yes, it is a last gen game, current gen PS4, but it just hasn't got that wow factor that everyone was expecting it to have, and it hasn't met expectations in my opinion. But I haven't played it too much yet. I'm a couple of hours in, and I'm just not that motivated to carry on at this moment in time.
Yeah, the one thing I do get is everything's floating. Like I said last week, like my car was floating. Things just floating around. I don't know. I have no idea why, but things are just floating.
I mean, I've seen some pretty funny things on there as well. Like with, I saw one guy come out of his apartment, spawned his car, and you just saw it in the distance. And I thought it was like a bag coming towards him, but it wasn't. It was his car, and it just come flipping over and smashed right next to him. Yeah. Some of the things are quite funny, but when you're trying to actually play it seriously, it can really obviously take you out of the immersion. And I think that's part of having, you know, a modern game is really trying to get into it, and it's next to impossible at the moment.
No, totally agree with that.
I've not had any of the issues of the floating stuff. Like I say, Richie for me is just crashes. Maybe it's a north-south thing, because obviously, me and Ash down here in the south, we're getting crashes. You two up in the north, you ain't getting none. So, it
does make. To be fair, that does make sense.
Yeah, past the M25. That's it.
I don't know how that makes any sense whatsoever. Location.
I'm looking for links, and that's the only one I can find. So,
okay, I suppose clutching, but okay, we'll go with it. But basically, it's been a little bit of a car crash for CD Projekt Red this week. It kind of started with, I'm sure everybody saw it, with their apology post that they put on Twitter saying we're sorry, and you can basically get refunds. Just go to PSN and Xbox, and they will obviously give you a refund. And obviously, I don't know if they ever read the PlayStation policies. I'm sure we all know them, but as soon as you download a game on PlayStation digitally, you own it. Like PlayStation don't offer you refunds. So I think PlayStation will be like, whoa, wait a minute. Why are you offering refunds? We don't do this. Yeah. To the point where PlayStation were like, well, until you fix it, we're taking this down. So
this is mental.
Which is unheard of.
Yeah, a game that was supposed to be clearly going to be Game of the Year, been hyping it up since 2012, and everyone's been looking forward to it. For the PlayStation to just be like, and it's not in the store no more. That's it. So that's how you bought it, isn't it, Reece? So if you would have left it a little bit longer, you wouldn't be able to get it on your digital only console. So it's true. Yeah, it's mad.
I'm a little bit scared to delete it, because if I delete it, can I not re-download it? Although I own it, I presume I can, because I still own it. But it's bizarre. But go on, Brad, sorry.
I hadn't thought about that. There's a lot of digital-only consoles out there now. And I thought, well, you could still go to Argos and grab a copy, but no, a lot of people won't be able to. They've got their hands tied. That's crazy.
It's mental, isn't it? What about you, Ash? You've got it disc. Have you thought about getting a refund because you can't play it, or are you just going to wait?
No, I mean, I have all intentions of eventually, when PlayStation 5s actually come back on the market and I don't have to pay over $1,000 to get one, I will get one, and then I'll just chuck that disc in, and hopefully if they stay true to their word, you'll get that free upgrade to PlayStation 5, and I'll happily play it. I mean, I have no doubts that this will get fixed in a couple of months' time, and there will be a game in there, and it'll probably, in my opinion, be an actually good game.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
I know there was a lot of comparisons to The Witcher 3 when that came out, but to be honest, I bought Witcher 3 on day one, and I didn't have any of these. I didn't have hardly any glitches, nothing noteworthy. I might have a couple of like missynced voices, but nothing on this scale. But again, I like CG Projekt Red. I think they're a good company. I think a lot of it was political of how this got pushed out quickly before it being finished, and I honestly believe they're actually going to work to try and get this game workable and actually enjoyable game, but it's just not there at the moment.
Yeah, it's such a shame. And I think, I heard of comparisons to Witcher 3 as well, and I believe that it was on PC where the main issues lied. With Witcher 3 wasn't on console, so I had the same kind of buggy. It was buggy at first. I remember it being buggy
Yeah.
because I got it day one, and it used to be things like, I think I said in previous podcasts, where roach would just spawn on top of a house or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
stupid like that. It just wouldn't
Yeah.
come. It's like things you can just get around. It's like fine. This will kind of get updated. But yeah, apparently the real crashes were like dire was on PC to the point where I think it was like bad, like Assassin's Creed Unity bad, like where phases weren't popping in, and it's like really bad. So
was it Arkham Knight got released on PC that didn't work, did it? And then they had to like
I remember that. Yeah,
took it down or something. Yeah, they just couldn't play it on PC when it got released. So yeah, now
going back to the sorry, go on.
I was going to say now the PC Master Race are just laughing at all us console players, just smug, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, going back to the roach thing, it was the thing that is what I was saying about CG Red liking them. They actually wrote that into the lore about roach turning up in places where he shouldn't have turned up. Like,
oh really?
Okay, that's cool. They wrote that into the lore, and it was like he was, you know, mythical magic and all that, and you can kind of get away with it. But yeah, I just thought I'd add that in there. They do seem to look after their the consumer.
Yeah, no, they will turn it around. I have no doubts that if any game can do the No Man's Sky thing, this time next year, they will win an award. Either best ongoing game, best supported game, game of the year for 2021. It's got a lot of competition if God of War comes and Zelda sequel and stuff. But yeah.
Just refunds.
Yeah.
I think everybody will just forget about it and they'll best refunds. But yeah, I'm sure he'll win some kind of reward, but yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt there they'll come back. It's just, it's bad PR at the moment, but they'll turn it around at some point. So,
talking about with the hot fix that came out, I believe yesterday or the day before, basically it's actually created another bug where if you have too much stuff in your inventory, if it's like too full, it makes your save actually corrupt. So when I logged in yesterday, it said, warning, your save may be corrupt. And I was like, what? You're joking me, right? I logged in. It happened to be quite close to where I was in the story. But wow, that's really worried me to even continue playing the game. If I could just lose my save data in a game which is like notoriously going to be long. I don't want to get like 30 hours in and then it's like, oh, your save is gone.
Imagine.
So if you download the fix, it can you can lose lose it all. Yeah,
it's to do with your collectibles and craftables. So apparently if you have more than 8 megabits, it said in this article that I've read, you have a chance of your save being corrupt. I have no idea how that's linked, but that is apparently what happens. And I actually got the message yesterday, which worried me because it's always auto-saving. There was a backup, like not that long after where I was, which kind of spawned me in the middle of the road. I don't really want to go into spoiler territory, but I've got criticisms of the actual game outside the bugs because there's a part in the game where you kind of lose your car, but then it still requires you to go from one end of the city to another. And it's kind of like, you don't really want to be running around and, okay, so you can steal the car, but then is there like consequence? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It turns into more like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, with that though, there is. I noticed that because I ain't got a car now, and they send you a message where you can go buy one for like 14 grand. It's like, well, I don't know that either.
Exactly.
But there is like a little side quest where you can get like a car like straight away. So
that's quite cool.
Or a vehicle. You can get a vehicle straight away.
I did that, and it's your car, and I don't really want to spoil that mission, but you basically lose it straight away again.
Oh yeah, no, and then it's another one. There's another.
Oh, it's another one. Oh, okay.
Another one.
How many missions is there like this? You keep getting a car and losing.
You just keep getting cars. They just give you cars, and there's got motorbikes and everything. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Looped content.
Yeah, it's just I kind of keep getting messages on it, and all it is like I go to my side quests and missions, I have a look, and it is. Do you want to buy this car for 10 grand? It's like, no. Right, what about this? Do you want to buy a van? It's like, no, I don't want to buy any car. Just give me some like side quests where I can get, some XP or some street cred up. But it's I don't know.
Speaking of the autosave you were saying, one thing I did notice with games which I think they had a very strong inkling it was going to crash a lot. Games like Skyrim, they gave you like 3 or 4 autosaves. So if one of the autosaves failed, you could go back to the autosave before that, and that worked. That was a really good system of doing it. So maybe they could implement something like that. I don't know the practicalities of being able to implement something like that, but that'd be a good way of getting around these bugs they've got at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's the system they've got, because that's what happened to me. Although my save was corrupt, I went back to the last one because it's always auto-saving. And I've been saving myself. Every opportunity I get, I just save.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean about Skyrim. That was such a godsend, because the amount of time I got myself in a situation which I couldn't get myself out of.
Yeah,
I've gone into an area where the enemies are too difficult, and I just kept dying by some like frost troll. And I was just like, let's go back 4 hours.
Yeah.
So, it's cool stuff. Part two that I want to discuss around Cyberpunk was, Uncle Phil Spencer, who was a little bit scared of the console wars. He mentioned that last gen games will never hold back current gen games, and he made the analogy to the PC. Is Cyberpunk proof that that's kind of false, and the last gen will hold back current gen games, or next gen, however you want to phrase it? Do you think that's this is kind of evidence that we shouldn't be supporting the PS4, Xbox One past 2021?
I think that's exactly what it should be. I think this game shouldn't have been released on Xbox One or PlayStation 4. I know that's controversial because they'd lose so much money, but it clearly isn't built for it. It's not designed for it. It's just not going to run. You're not going to be able to enjoy the game, especially at the current state. Maybe if they can patch it, but then what sort of compromise do you make? Do you make it to the graphics? Do you make it to the content? Do you make it to the size of the game? If we got a game now and we tried to make it run on a 360, what's the point? We might as well just wait and then actually enjoy the game and bring out some good content rather than trying to, pander for the past consoles. And I've got a past console, but I've learned that I just shouldn't have bothered buying it. I should have just waited.
Yeah, and they knew there was going to be issues. That's why there was an embargo on console reviews. So
that's crafty.
They knew it was going to happen. Whether they should stop, I don't. There's always going to be like a little transitional period, but maybe for some of the bigger games, maybe they should just be like, no, this is only going to be, the next gen or PC, because like you say, it's good that everyone who's got a console can buy it, but if you're Ashley, you've got a console, you've bought it, but you can't play it. So
you'd like to think it's temporary after a year of transition, and I think a year is enough, because I'm sure into next year stocks should be at a much better point, and fine, there's an interim period, but after 2021's over, I just don't think we shouldn't be looking back.
I did see I saw a news story that it's kind of quietly, the PS4 Pro they've stopped production on them now. They just kind of quietly shut it down, so it's already underway. But by the end of this time next year, it kind of like Brad said, you probably will see it just sitting there, and they're going to start transitioning onto to PS5s. And
I don't think it's such a big deal with first party games. So I'm not so worried about Horizon or God of War being on PS4 and PS5, because I feel like it's the same family consoles, so it should be fine. A bit like what we had with Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man Miles runs fine on PS4, and it runs even better on PS5. And I'm sure those games, they might be held back a little bit, but I don't think they're going to kind of be any problems to the same like Cyberpunk. It's probably like what you think of like Halo. Like obviously Halo's been delayed for like basically a whole year, and the rumors were the same. That it was obviously last gen was the issues with Halo. So it's kind of like, should they drop it? I know obviously I said that last week, but obviously maybe they shouldn't for moral reasons. But if it's going to be a state like this, even after a year, I don't know, maybe they should. Maybe they should do like a smaller version of the game and a bigger version of the game on Series X. Maybe they can have two versions of it. I don't know how it can work, but it's a problem.
That's what might happen. They might end up having to, hopefully not, but the prospect of having to throttle future releases to compromise and still be a thing on previous gen is not good. You want to be looking forward. You want to be looking forward. Next gen consoles are here. So it's crossed.
And we probably experienced it quite firsthand with Destiny, like a game that we played so much on PS4. Now we're playing on PS5, and with not this week, but last week, the next gen upgrade arriving. The upgrade is just incredible. It's quite amazing going from 1080p 30 to 4K 60 with fast load times, how quickly you load into the tower to go here to there. It's incredible. It's so noticeable. It's how much PS4 holds you back, especially if you've got someone in your pie who's on the PS4. He slows everything down. It's
Sorry, guys.
very noticeable.
Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, look at it. Yeah, no, all us PS5ers in. They got PS4 sitting there. Oh, you make me sick.
I wasn't quick enough, all right? I'm sorry.
You make me sick.
The guy let you down on launch day.
Yeah. I really do want one, and that's the annoying thing. But I just refuse to pay £1,000 for somebody who managed to get one, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, to be fair, I was walking down my new high street the other day. Because I know, look at the new town. I was like, I'll go have a look around, and I walked past a cash.
If you tell me there was a shop selling PlayStation 5,
there was a cash converter with a PS5 in a window, but I don't know if it was real or they actually had it. Because
that just seems mental. Who would trade it into cash converters rather than just trying to sell it? Yeah,
and would they have it in the window? Would they? Or they? I don't know. Yeah, but I
think
saw a box
CEX was buying them above like retail price,
exactly.
but then selling them for even more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. So they're kind of CEX is scalping. You've got cash converters. They're probably in on it. That was probably up for like £800.
Every cash converter I've gone into has been super dodgy anyway, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's actually someone the other day was like, "Oh, did your brother want this?" And I was like, "Nah, he's alright. He's got his PS4." So I was like,
he's happy with that.
Yeah, he's got it. He can, he can play, Cyberpunk a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, thanks, man.
But like we said before, I don't know how hard it was for you, Brad, to pre-order one. Me, it was just pure luck. Reece just kind of had a strategy where he was going to wait up till like 2:00 in the morning to try and get one.
Yeah, it worked. I feel like I helped you both out, to be fair.
Yeah,
but do you know what? No, I was really lucky. I was one of the lucky ones. I spoke to Reece that morning when they were released, and they were on and I was a little bit. I was about 20 minutes late, and I ordered one. And I think Reece spoke about this on the podcast at the time, actually. And I'd completed my transaction, paid for it.
Oh, then it got told you couldn't have it.
Confirmation email, but the confirmation email. Mine, so I'm so glad I had Reece who bought one from the same platform, because my email said your delivery date is, and then it was like a bit of coding that was all messed up. Yeah. Whereas Reece said the 10th of November, was it? It came 11th of November. I was like, hang on a minute, there's a disconnect here. And it never showed up, got a refund.
Say the 12th.
Is it the 12th?
19th. It's the 19th it came out, 19th of November.
19th.
Yeah, right, 19th. Yeah, 12th was America, 10th was Xbox, and then 19th was UK.
It's all a blur now. Crazy times. But anyway, then when
ready for a month yesterday, by the way, as we record.
Right. Wow. But yeah, I can't buy it off Amazon in the end.
And I haven't played it, so it's you got this. It's just like, because when they actually got released on the 19th, I know someone who got one on the 19th from Amazon. And I mean, it's just it's mad. I was like, I'd given up on the second wave. I was like, I ain't getting one. Checked Argos just before I started work, and it was there, and I got one. And so it's just, I don't know, it's just luck. And
luck played a big part, I think.
Ash kind of lucked out. He just kind of
I really did. And then I even tried. So I've started trying to think about getting a gaming PC, and I can't even get a gaming PC because there's no graphics cards about. So I wanted to get a video graphics card, and they're gone. And so I was like, what is this? I might as well start playing, card games.
Yeah, just get Monopoly, Cluedo.
Get into chess or something.
Yeah,
we just called a new chess club podcast. We'll get into chess
segment.
Next thing you know, scalpers are taking all the queens and the rooks. Nightmare.
Half a chessboard. You get the board but no pieces.
Yeah, you have to pay a subscription to get a piece like a month or something.
Yeah.
But, I what I've played of Cyberpunk I've enjoyed, but I haven't played enough of it to give it a full. I have seen other plays as well. It doesn't really matter what kind of life path you choose. You kind of think it had a sort of meme of it, like expectation, and then it had reality, and it's just after 30 minutes, it's just exactly the same. So.
That's a criticism of mine as well, because I chose Corpo thinking I've got this whole backstory of this corporate guy that goes bad, and it's just it's like, how has this corporate guy gone from that to now shooting up people, and he's like a fucking I don't know, like a super fucking soldier ex-soldier. I don't know, it's just so strange.
That's the life path I chose, and the next thing I'm in some crack den with a t-shirt on, like some dirty t-shirt, and I'm just shooting up, trying to get some women out of the building. I was like, what's happened here? I was in a really nice building a minute ago. I was in a flying car.
I chose Nomad, and that was it went. I don't know. Did anyone
in the same crack den?
I ended up in the same crack den,
yeah.
same crack den, same woman in the bath. Yeah. So, yeah, one of us is
Just
about
lucky we all
to play
know
a street
Jesse,
kid
because
to see if
what
we
would we have
do.
done?
Yeah, it's
going to be no difference. Is it? I think you start in a bar, and then next thing you know, you're back in that.
in the crack den.
Back in that crack den, in that bar.
All roads lead to crack dens. That's what I found out in life.
Apparently so. What did you choose again, Brad? Brad M?
I went Corpo as well.
Oh, you went Corpo. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I went Corpo because I thought that'd be one that nobody would choose. It turns out everybody chose it.
Yeah,
I think it was the coldest, to be fair.
I just chose Nomad because I thought, I'm going to be like some like Mad Max style lone wanderer. No, crack den.
Crack den.
Yeah.
Jackie just loves taking it out of crack den. He's like, I've got a job, crack den.
Yeah. So.
Have you tried to romance anybody yet, Brad?
No. I walked past someone the other day who was like a prostitute, like a mad escort, or prostitute, who propositioned me. But no, I haven't done any.
Oh wow, I haven't had any propositions.
Yeah,
maybe my coolness is down. Maybe I need to up my coolness skill tree so I can get some propositions on the street.
Well, obviously, maybe they just like nomads. I don't know.
Maybe it's not the Corpo thing, but yeah. Is it Pan I think she's one of the characters that you can romance, and I finally met her, and she's I'm doing everything I can to try and romance her, or I'm choosing like every option that I feel like is going to read down my life race.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be successful though in the game, where I don't think it goes out in real life.
You're gonna enjoy the Mass Effect remaster if you like romancing. So
aliens and stuff.
You can sleep with anyone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So look forward to it.
Yeah.
You even sleep with a woman who's got really bad asthma and she can't take her helmet off. But
True,
Just take special pumps before she takes her helmet off.
Yeah.
Wow, Jesus. All right.
I didn't romance that one.
Okay, you feel sorry for
I
him.
did.
Yeah, no.
Cool.
She's up for the challenge.
So I guess the two new guys, have you got a most anticipated game for next year? What's you're looking forward to the most? There's a lot of great games. We did a whole episode about it. Is there one that stands out? I was like, I can't wait to play that.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
All right.
No, go on. You go first, mate.
Genuinely, I think I'm a few hours into Cyberpunk, and I've, like I said before, I'm not wowed by it, and I want to be wowed by it, and I think I will be wowed by it. So I'm really contemplating I'll just leave it for now. Although with my Christmas plans cancelled, that's kind of put a spanner in the works. Cyberpunk is one thing. So it's God of War's coming out this side of next Christmas, I believe, isn't it?
At the moment in time, it's rumored to be 2021.
So obviously very hyped about that. Although I'm holding back a little bit because I don't know if I want to go here or not. I don't know if there's three faces looking at me right now, and they're about to judge me incredibly.
Bugsnax 2. Bugsnax 2. Yes, I knew it.
So I'm a real sucker for hype. Everyone is to a degree, but I'm a real sucker for hype. And I tried to get into God of War last one, and I really struggle with those types of games. I think the last one that I really got into and enjoyed was what's it called? The Uncharted 4. I put that in the same sort of category, that sort of action adventure, and I really enjoyed
Horizon.
That.
Is that you liked Horizon?
Horizon's more of an RPG. I loved Horizon, but God of War, I obviously got the PlayStation Hits when it was on sale, and I got about halfway through and I just stopped playing it. I just didn't have the momentum that I should have had. And I know it's a very, very unpopular opinion. Reece hates me at work every day for this. But
and you said me not liking The Last of Us was bad. I'm sorry, and you've been sitting on this nugget. I'm sorry.
Well, I've waited for him to reveal it, so you can react live.
But that aside, I have decided I'm wrong. I have accepted that I'm wrong, and I am going to play it again. Probably over Christmas now. I've got some time back, and I am looking forward to seeing what happens on next gen, because it obviously is a masterpiece. There is no doubt about that. I've heard from enough respectful individuals to tell me that I'm wrong. So I'm just going to go with it. And so that'll be good. I'll jump on that bandwagon, obviously, that hype train. And I don't know what else is coming out next year that I should. Oh, Harry Potter. I can't wait for that. That's going to be brilliant. I'm really looking forward to Hogwarts. And I think that's it really at the front of my mind at the moment.
Yeah, great choices. Ash?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think God of War is the one I'm looking forward to the most. I'm worried now because I look forward to things and they never seem to live up to my expectations. So that's quite of a concern. But I mean, they've got a solid story there. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'd say one thing I would say about trying to get into it is really focus on the story, because when it comes to games, I love playing the game and all that, but the story is what sells it to me. Like that's what I suggest when playing it. Yeah, the Harry Potter I'm looking forward to. Don't know about that. I don't know how that's going to turn out. I'd be honest, not going to lie to you, I think that could be a little bit of a flop. I think it's going to be a hard thing to pull off.
I'm worried that it's going to be a little bit babyish or too like a really dumbed down RPG and not an RPG that
they're going to go for. They're going to go for the younger demographic rather than a demographic who've grown up with it. Because I watched it when I was a kid. I'm 28, nearly 28 now, and it ain't going to be a 28-year-old's game. I know that.
Old bastard.
I know, right? I know. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
The youngest here, Jesus.
I know.
I'm the oldest, I think, as well. So it's.
And you look it.
Brad is 14, so
God of War is what I'm looking forward to. I really am looking forward to there's games what ain't coming out for years, so there's no point me actually getting excited over them. Like the next Elder Scrolls, I think that was the rumor is that's not coming out to 2024. I can't be looking forward to something for that long.
Sure. But, as a person that's planning to buy a PS5, if Microsoft decided to make that exclusive, would that make you buy an Xbox if you wasn't planning to get one? Yeah,
probably. To be honest, I'll probably get one as well. I eventually I end up with all the consoles, and then the next lot come out, and then I've only just finished getting them. But I probably will end up getting a Xbox anyway, because I like Halo, so I'll be into that.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But I would say God of War is the one I'm looking forward to most next year, because there's a couple of others, but they've not been confirmed if they're coming out next year or in the future.
Sure. Yeah. Cool. God of War.
Yeah.
Brad S, you already said yours. I can't remember what you said.
Well, yeah, and I was just thinking and it's like what Brad and Ash touched on. It's not been announced yet, but hopefully Breath of the Wild 2 will be out next year. And if it is, then that would be my most anticipated. 100%. So
yeah, looking forward to that. I'm not really into that. I know you guys said about Horizon. It is a controversial one. Weren't you that into that?
See, this is what you can tell we're brothers, because we both
you've got the exact same taste. So
I generally tried, because I was like, everybody loves this game. The graphics are beautiful.
Yeah,
but I think it was more the mechanics of it. I just couldn't get into it. I was expecting a lot more. And I think because I was expecting a lot more, I just didn't enjoy the game for what it was. But saying that, I was thinking over the last couple of days, I might borrow it off of Brad again and play it, because
you still got it.
What was you expecting it to be?
I've lost it.
What was you expecting it to be out of interest?
I don't know. I was expecting it to be a bit more. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same for it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same for Ashley as for me. And I've said to you before, Reece. The story just didn't get me. I just didn't care. I just didn't care about any of
I wasn't really invested.
Yeah, it didn't grab me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the story was really strong, to be in my opinion.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I've heard, and that's why I think I generally think I'm wrong here. So I will give it another go and give it a go. But like when I was playing on Red Dead, which is one of my favourite games,
yes,
the story on that. As soon as you started playing it, I wanted to carry on. I wanted to know what was going to happen to the gang. I wanted to know what was going to happen there, and that was like. It was just amazing, the story on that. I think even if the gameplay or the gunplay wasn't that good, I still want to push through it. That's like Dead Space. Never used to play horror games, but I started playing that, and the story was so compelling because I wanted to know what was going to happen. It kind of pulled me through it, and I really got into horror games. So it's quite powerful what a story can do when it comes to people's game choices, because now I really enjoy horror games.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. But no, I do think Horizon's story is pretty strong. What I kind of think of Horizon as in my expectations, it's a bit like what Ghost of Tsushima is to Assassin's Creed. Like Sony's made like a better version of that game, and I think Horizon is a better version of Far Cry. Like with the animal, although they're robot dinosaurs, which is a lot more cooler concept to me than normal animals. But I think it's a better version of Far Cry. And if you think of it like that, then it kind of sets your expectations with a better story and better mechanics and better. I just think it's better Far Cry in every single way.
I did. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I hated the game. I like the game, and like obviously, what was it called, a Thunder Jaw or something, that massive,
like the T-Rex type thing.
The T-Rex type thing. Seeing them and having to attack at certain spots to make its armor and that fall off. I really enjoyed it, and some of the designs of the dinosaurs and that. Robo dinosaurs, whatever they are, was really cool. It's just a story, and I did complete it because it was a game I wasn't really enjoying. So I usually do complete games like that. So did you not complete it? I thought you did complete it. No, I did complete it. I was going to say it's a game I didn't enjoy, so obviously I completed it, just like Mafia and all the other games I don't enjoy, but I complete. Bug Snacks, and actually I'm enjoying it. I love that one. Sorry.
This is the problem you've got. If I'm not enjoying a game, I stop playing it. Yeah, I started playing the Mafia, and I was enjoying it to begin with, and I got past a bit with the race, and I was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, no, I completed that. With me, if I'm enjoying a game, I won't finish it, like Spider-Man, Breath of the Wild. Yeah, if I don't like a game, I'll finish it.
Normal.
That
is very strange. I'm with Ash there. I do finish playing it.
But good news, I am going to start playing, what was it, Jedi Fallen Order now. So
yeah, that's a sore subject. Yeah. That's a sore subject right there. So last Christmas, I bought Brad that, full price, 55 quid. And now you can just get it free on the Game Pass. And he's still going to play the one. He hasn't even taken out the wrapping. No more Christmas presents for Brad.
Yeah. Well, I've seen. I'm on my own place now. I can enjoy it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to start it tomorrow. So, after watching a Mandalorian, I'm in the mood for some Star Wars. So yeah, it's I'm gonna finally start.
Don't get too excited for it.
Oh well, see this. At least I'll finish it then. I'm going to finish it. If it's this rubbish, I'll finish it. So
I think that's a good segue, I suppose, onto the Mandalorian. I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're all finished with our gaming for this week.
Yeah.
With news and stuff. I guess we do a little bit. I don't know what you would call it, housekeeping, I suppose. But this will be the last episode period. Of 2020. We're going to have a little break, given the new restrictions that went into play in the UK. It's a little more difficult. We just kind of had to change our plans personally. So this will be now, unfortunately, the last episode of this year. So we'll be returning in 2 weeks' time to the usual schedule on a Monday. Yeah. Please like and subscribe to the podcast as always. We obviously can always use with the support. And Brady, if you want to tell the guys where to social media and stuff, where to find us.
Yeah. So I don't know. I said Twitter at PTPlayerspod. You got Facebook is the Part-Time Players Podcast. If you want to email us on Gmail, it's ptplayerspod@gmail.com, and Instagram is also PTPlayerspod. So any of them, direct message. Sorry, like and subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, and leave comments and 5-star reviews and everything.
Post us some money.
Give us, you can give us games. Give Ashley a graphics card or a PS5. It'd be appreciated.
We'll start a fundraiser. PS5.
Thank you so much.
And then in the new year, 4th of January, I think it'd be the next upload, and we will, as I say, have the new guys on board, and should be good going into a new year. It'll still be over Zoom, obviously, because none of us are allowed to meet up in real life. So, it'd be good.
Yeah, but, it makes sense for recording purposes as well. But
yes, if this is the last, if you're leaving us now before the Mandalorian, because you don't want to be spoiled if you ain't caught up, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And, we'll see you, or you'll hear us in the new year.
Yeah. Well, spoilers, but holy fucking shit, Skywalker. Luke fucking Skywalker. Sorry, I've been holding that in.
I'm sorry.
I've been holding that in for like an hour.
How do you...
it turns out Brad hasn't watched the episode.
Yeah, why do you put...
I haven't seen it.
Everybody's seen it. I checked with everybody beforehand.
You pronounce his name weird. You pronounce it Skywalker. It's just Skywalker.
Luke
you just said Skywalker.
Oh.
No, I work with a guy who calls them hard drives, so I'm used to people talking strange.
To be fair, I couldn't watch it because I didn't have as we discussed earlier, it was a bit of a sore point. Didn't have no internet, and there I am. Reece is texting me, X-wing, green lightsaber. I was like, I didn't
watch it, but it wasn't just you. I think I
can't watch it. I haven't seen it.
I did to both Brad.
I stopped him before I got the green lightsaber text. That would have annoyed me.
Yeah, he just, because I was in the middle of doing stuff. I was in the middle of like unpacking and that, and I'm just looking at my phone, like, what is he talking? I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, he's spoiling the Mandalorian in real time.
Yeah,
so
it's not on. It's not on.
Yeah. Sorry.
Not cool, Reece.
He did say that.
I agree. That wasn't cool.
He did send an apology afterwards, but
I had to get it off my chest.
Yeah.
When that happened, I was sitting there with my partner, and she literally said I was like a little boy, so my mouth was open. I was like, oh my God, this is what we wanted from the films, and she don't know what's going on. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. See, I'd done that. I tried to show my girlfriend, and she was like, I don't care. I was like,
I did the same. I went and grabbed my wife and said, you need to come and watch this scene. I don't care if you don't like Star Wars. Come and watch this again with me, because this is unbelievable.
Do you know what this means?
I was like, look, it's look at the green lightsaber. It's going to be Luke, and she's like, what? No.
I was like, do you not even understand? Not even a normal Jedi could take down that many Dark Troopers. This is amazing.
And because I had to watch it on my phone. I was like literally shoving the phone in her face. I was like, look at it, and she just didn't care. She don't care.
Wow.
Honestly, I was nearly in tears. I was so happy.
Yeah. I got a text from a few people that said they were crying. So yeah, no,
what Ashley said is that what we wanted from the films. That is how you wanted Luke to act in The Last Jedi, and if he was going to be in Rise of Skywalker, that's why he wanted it, not to be how they done it.
Not even to have a fight scene.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
It is. It was rubbish, but The Mandalorian is really good, and I don't know if did you all see the end credit scene?
Yep.
No.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
don't worry. Go on, you can talk about it. I'll watch it afterwards.
It just announces that Boba Fett's getting his own series as well next year.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, he goes into Jabba's palace and just kills Bib Fortuna, and
So this might sound like I loved him. This might sound like a stupid question. Is that to take over from The Mandalorian? Because I feel like The Mandalorian is all completely wrapped up now. So is this instead of Mandalorian Season 3?
No, there is going to be a Mandalorian Season 3. It's been confirmed. Yeah, that's Christmas next year as well. So you're going to have Boba Fett and Mandalorian
at the same time.
At the same time,
I think there's like 5 spin-offs, isn't there? There's quite a few which have been announced. So
yeah.
Right. Yeah, Ranger of the New Republic, which is the one about, what's the name again, Brad?
Cara Dune.
That's
Cara
it.
Dune, yeah.
And also again Ahsoka, and now we've got this. So I believe there's 3 spin-offs.
So what? Back to the Mandalorian. What was the? I know we all loved it. What was your thoughts on? From beginning to end, did you think it wrapped up because it's kind of finished? It's kind of wrapped up the continuing, story for the last 2 seasons. Do you think it ended well?
I personally, I think it went as good as it could do. It showed that, it's in a normal film, and all the characters have progressed and changed and evolved. And I think it was really special at the end when he even took his helmet off. There was no hesitation. Even though there's loads of people around him, he just wanted that last little bit of time with him.
Yeah, what a great actor he is. To think that he's just doing that to a doll. You can actually see he's a really good actor.
Yeah. It was really good, and the opening Slave One flying,
that got me.
That blew me away. I was just
really
like,
cool.
Why is this? How is this in a TV series and not in the films?
Yeah,
I just don't get it. I said to Laura, and again, she don't know. She hasn't watched the film. She don't know what's going on. But I said it's amazing to see Slave in that higher quality flying around like that. It's mind blowing. It's brilliant.
The bit I liked it as well was when Bo-Katan's there, and I can't remember what the other Mandalorian's called, but she is either Bo-Katan or the other one says she's heard that voice note, so she knew Boba Fett was a clone. She's like, I've heard your voice hundreds of times. So I don't know. Is Boba Fett not famous? Because I don't know. I kind of thought if you saw Slave One, you'd be like, shit, is that? Boba Fett.
I think he was. I think that was a slur on him, implying that he's like all the other clones. She's beaten them. It's not like she can't beat him as well.
Yeah, but because he says that belonged to my father, and then she was like, your donor. So it's kind of a bit
exactly,
of
I think she was just trying to dig him out.
Yeah, it's not true.
I like his dad bod though. I'm digging that. I'm thinking I could be a Mandalorian now.
Yeah.
A little bit. He's a little bit chunky. I could do that. I couldn't have a green suit.
I prefer him, I did prefer him when he had like the khaki combat trousers. Now he's got some sort of like I don't know, dress kind of thing. I don't know, but
where did he get them trousers from? Does it go down to like JD or something, and he's just wearing tracky bottoms with his helmet on?
TK Maxx or something. Yeah, it's just kind of gone with something.
TK Maxx.
It's a great episode. I only watched it last night as well, so I'm fresh viewing. So
cool.
Yeah.
Brad M, what's your thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, fantastic. It's just, I think it's one of those rare occasions where it just surpassed expectations. It just wrapped up so well. I guess the Black Saber is the one outstanding part where that's going to get taken forward. But
definitely.
It just absolutely brilliant, just flawless. Just really, we've got to talk about the Dark Troopers. Absolutely fantastic. Just so good. Like the moment when they all got zapped out of airlock, and you just think, all right, we just get one. Like we thought we were going to see this epic battle, and they're like, all right, we get one. All right, that's good. But then when they reboard, it's like, all right, here we go. They didn't cheap us out of it too much. That was just such a good scene. 10 out of 10 from me. Fantastic.
I do agree. I think it exceeded expectations. Just with the Luke Skywalker stuff alone, because we kind of spoke about it a few weeks ago, didn't we, when he contacted like another Jedi, and we were like speculating, is it going to be Ezra, is it going to be another Jedi? Surely it can't be Luke Skywalker. That's like no way you could do that. They just won't do that. Exactly.
It's one of those scenarios where you think like, well, obviously if it was me writing it, I'd be Luke Skywalker. You just aim for the top, but it's like, all right, realistically we're probably going to get some Jedi we haven't heard of or something, something else. But it's just like, wow, okay, they went there.
Yeah, they fucking did it. Yeah.
Now they've done that, I kind of want them to recanonize the Rise of Skywalker and the Last Jedi, because otherwise, like I was saying to you earlier on, Reece, like it's 17 years from when that happened to when the temple gets burnt down, all the other Jedi are killed by Kylo Ren. So you kind of know Grogu would have just been killed, or because he still would have been like 70 odd years old, but he'd still be
still a baby.
So you kind of are they going to redo it? Are they going to just kind of brush those the sequel trilogy?
Mando's going to go in and save him.
Yeah, the thing is, they're going to have to though, because
what are the guys that Kylo Ren's win? Who's his little gang?
Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren. Yeah,
useless.
Yeah, they were in the Rise of the Skywalker.
They said the reason that what was her name? Rey? Was it Rey?
Rey, in the movie.
Yeah, the reason she was meant to be so powerful was because she was the last Jedi, and that has to be balanced to the Force.
Sure.
So if she's the last one, she's automatically going to be as powerful as Kylo. But then if there's this little baby Yoda bopping around who's super powerful as well, she wouldn't have been as powerful.
Sure.
So they're really going to have to be careful when they tread with it.
Yeah, and then Ahsoka, where's she? I don't know, is she going to die?
Where's she? So
yeah, there's a lot of questions.
Rey should be shit.
Rey should be shit. There you go. Maybe that's what we should call the episode. Rey should be shit.
Yeah, Rey should be shit. Yeah.
So many better Jedi's knocking around than her.
Yeah, so weird. Cool.
No, it was definitely like Brad was saying about the Dark Troopers. When they you knew they was just going to die. I knew an X-Wing was going to turn up because someone ruined it for me. But you knew that as soon as they got through that door, everyone was just going to get slaughtered.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of see this Jedi.
His little smug face.
What did you think about the effects?
What effects?
Luke Skywalker's face.
It was a bit rough, wasn't it? It's a bit like Rogue One. I think Rogue One was a little bit rough, but you kind of just forgave it because it's like,
I can get.
Yeah,
so you're doing this for me. I can forgive you. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It could have been beanbag over his head. I still would have forgiven it. Like,
it could have been the mask. You can get photos of Luke. I would have been happy.
Yeah, it would have been.
I can get better lip sync on Snapchat. I don't know how they can't get that right. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I watched it. I did think, it's a bit shonky. Like you say, the Rogue One, when at the end, when Princess Leia just turns around, it's like there's hope, and it's like, oh God,
jeez, that's quite harrowing.
Yeah. But it was a bit rough. But like you say, it doesn't really matter. It could have just been covering his face up like that. I'm like, no, I'm Luke. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But,
Wasn't that moment special when they played the
COVID.
music? Like it was actual real Star Wars music, and R2D2 come in. It was like a real emotional moment of like, this is Star Wars. Like this is
proper
Star Wars on the scene.
They knew what the fans wanted. They had this good series. Yeah. Guess what? Boba Fett's in it.
They gave it to us.
Yeah, it's like Boba Fett's in it. There's Slave One, and then they're like, "Oh, you want Luke Skywalker? There you go." And then it's just R2D2 is like, "Go on in, have R2D2 as well," and everyone's just like, it's
incredible stuff. Yeah, you can tell it's being made by two fans of Star Wars.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I just love the bit where I actually clocked that it was going to be a Luke. Because when that X-Wing turned up, I was like, an X-Wing. I was like, okay, is a load of other X-Wings going to turn up in a minute? Are they just going to start shooting the shit out of the ship and luckily hit all the Dark Troopers? And I was like, oh my God, that's not just any X-Wing. And then when you see him get out, it was just,
Imagine it was one of those patrolmen, those guys, those guys from the IS Planet episode. It's just one of them just turns on like, I'm here to arrest you now. Like, just turns on a really bad time. Go on, Brad.
No, that was what I thought as well. But so R2D2, what's the spin-off with? Well, not the spin-off. What's the future series coming with the R2D2?
The droid story.
Droid story. Is that going to involve Grogu? Do you think? Do you think there's going to be a tie-in there?
No, it's with C-3PO, and I think it's set between episode 3 and episode 4, or episode. I don't know. It's back. It's back in time. It's not. I don't think it's past Jedi, Return of the Jedi. I think. I don't know.
I was going to say in between episode 3 and 4, C-3PO had his memory wiped. So unless they're just getting on to new adventures.
Yeah, it's just him going around doing normal jobs, just like
it's just him being being stuff.
Yeah, just translating. For sure.
Yeah, it'd be like,
Look forward to that episode.
Yeah. I don't know if I watched that, but I'll give it a go. It might be good.
Yeah, that's not one of the ones I'm looking forward to. 2 sassy robots.
Yeah. So that is that episode. Yeah, it's like episode of The Simpsons. But it's they get some good stuff coming out. But but it's really.
Yeah, we listened to it all. Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah,
the list of stuff that they did, which is we look forward to. I don't know, all the Disney Plus shows are really good.
If I could watch Disney Plus, I would be enjoying it. I tell you, if I, it'd be great. If only.
Exactly.
You need to get yourself some internet, mate.
I know it's 2021 soon, mate. I need to get with the times.
Yeah.
Might have PlayStation 5, mate, but no internet.
Yeah. All right, guys. Come on. It's getting hurtful now. I feel I'm personally attacked here. But
has anybody got any thoughts what the next season will be? Season 3? Where they're going to take it?
I think it's going to. Oh no, go on, Brad. Go on.
Go on.
I think it's mainly going to be around. I'm not very good with names. You know the woman Mandalorian who wants to be in charge.
Bo-Katan,
I think it's going to be between her trying to get the Darksaber off of the Mandalorian, because she seemed really pissed off with that.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't want anything to do with it, he was just trying not to get killed. Yeah. Interesting fact about that though, his spear is meant to be made of pure Beskar. That did look like that was struggling to keep up with the Darksaber. Like that was getting very red in points. I know it's hitting something of pure power, but that was quite interesting. So I wonder if it is 100% pure Beskar, or because when he got hit with the lightsaber on his
gauntlet,
like grave, his gauntlet, that didn't glow at all. I know that wasn't there for as long.
Yeah,
I thought that was quite interesting.
So what do you reckon? It's like 25% copper still?
Exactly that. Yeah, because that was glowing. It was glowing, getting that glow. No, because I was reading into the lore of it, and they were saying a lot of like the Mandalorian armor now isn't actually pure. It's made up of other alloys. That's why in the cartoon series, the animated series rather, a lot of them was getting just shot and killed and stuff like that, and that's how they got around it. So that's quite interesting. But I think that's mainly going to be what the next the next season is going to be about. Is going to be the battle, the struggle between them two.
Yeah, and going back to Mandalore, I suppose.
That's what I was going to say as well. So
and another thing with the there's a little Easter egg in there. I don't know if it was meant to be an Easter egg or I'm just reading into it too much, but when that other female Mandalorian was slagging off Boba Fett, saying that he'd never be Mandalore and all this, but in the comics and in Legends, he does actually become Mandalore. So I thought that was a nice little spin they put in there as well. Yeah,
the post-credit scene that you haven't watched kind of stumps out that he's going in a different direction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
He ain't interested in being a Mandalore.
Yeah.
No.
No, I kind of can't. Trying to think what that guy's name was on Knights of the Republic. What was his name? He become Mandalore. What was his name?
Keep talking. I'll remember in a minute.
Oh yeah, it's not Calf because he was the pilot. But yeah, no, Brad M. Give it. Yeah, what's your thoughts? Where do you think it's going to go? Where do you think the next series will lead?
I have to agree with Ash. I think it can only go there, really, unless it just goes in something complete other. Something else happens that we have no idea about, and they just completely take it in a new direction. Start a big episode, opening episode, new plot line. But I think the overall arcing story is going to be what Ash has said. Yeah,
I think there'll be a bit where he has to get a new ship. Maybe.
Yeah,
that's
that'll be an
episode.
He's relying on Boba Fett at the moment, and he's flying around.
The taxi. And maybe you never know. He might meet up with the blacksmith again because she was on. I can't remember what that planet was called, but she was still alive, wasn't she? So maybe he'll meet up with her again and his clan.
Blacksmith? Who's this? What blacksmith?
The blacksmith who made his armor from the first series.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the other Mandalorians. Yeah, that makes sense if they were going back to Mandalore.
Yeah, because it kind of turns out, like we said in a previous episode, he's kind of in like some sort of kind of different sects, isn't he? He's like a religious, like other Mandalorians don't like who Mandalore is from because they would call them religious zealots. So
that's it, zealots. Yeah. And Canderous was that guy's name.
Oh, Canderous Ordo, that's right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, OG Mandalore, he was OG Mandalore. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, this is a good episode.
Yes.
Has anybody else got anything? Final words before we wrap up this episide?
No. I think I've covered everything.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no, it's introduction to the new team. And like we said, you can get in contact with us on any of the social medias we said earlier on, and we do really appreciate if you review us and like and subscribe. You can listen to us and download us on all your podcast platforms. And we've enjoyed the last 6 months and a little bit, and we're only hoping to get bigger in 2021. So I'll just say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and whatever you do.